An Army Girl, The Untold Story by Pauline Cole. Introduction. In the summer of 2015, Pauline Cole attended the Buckingham Palace garden party under the auspices of Blind Veterans UK. She remains the only blind ex-service woman in the country, a veteran of one of the nastiest fields of action since the Second World War. Although trained in communications, Pauline found herself in the front line during the Aden emergency of 1967. She saw active service, used weapons in danger, and coped at first hand with Arab and Egyptian terrorists. After Aden, her army career took her to Germany, where she manned the telephone exchange during a crucial period of the Cold War. Civil life found her running everything she ever started, whether it was the local co-op, a nightclub, charity ventures for children, or her own business, mailing leisure catalogues. Now retired, Pauline lives near her 2 adult sons and their families in Eastbourne, East Sussex. Her experiences in Aden remain the highlight of her life, and she has begun research into the political background of a campaign that she saw on the ground, never feeling entirely confident that the government took proper steps to safeguard their moral responsibility towards a former Crown colony. She is a vocal spokesman for the virtues of army training. The discipline served her well throughout her life. She loved the camaraderie, the physical demands, and even the dangers involved. It might not suit every young woman, but Pauline was a very round peg in a very round hole. An Army Girl, The Untold Story by Pauline Cole. When Pauline Cole was born in 1946, King's Langley was a farming village, a few miles north of Watford. Its name came from the 14th century palace built for Plantagenet royalty, of which nothing now remains save the monument to Edmund de Langley, 5th son of Edward III in All Saints' Church. King's Langley lay on the road from London to the north and the west. Rivers, canals, roads and railways streamed through the valley, bringing goods, people and services. The Grand Junction Canal opened in 1797, enabling the barges to carry farm produce to London, returning with manure. Inns and ostlers catered for the new waterborne traffic. 50 or so years later, the railway reached King's Langley just as the inventor, engineer and financier John Dickinson was establishing new paper-making mills at Croxley. He had already built the Home Park Mills, King Langley, in 1825. Pauline's father was an engineer, and when he returned from the war, he joined Dickinson's. The firm had grown and prospered into a huge international business of wholesale and export stationery, making every description of paper, cards and boards. Dickinson's bought Basildon Bond and launched Queen's Velvet. It's easy to forget that letters were the only form of contact before the telephone, let alone faxes and the internet. Even in 1960, there were 1,800 Crown post offices. By 2011, there were just 400. Pauline's father was responsible for over 5,000 employees. Pauline's mother was the senior wages clerk. There were no computers or calculators in those days, Pauline says, and Mother did everything in her head. I've never been very good at maths, goodness knows why with a mother like mine. Pauline was their only child. She lived the first 18 years of her life in King's Langley and recalls the small village with its pub, convenience store, post office, chemist, surgery and church. I went to the local school. I was good at English, history and geography, and I usually came in the top 3. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and there weren't many options in those days. Hemel Hempstead hadn't happened. I was a village girl. I had the accent, I don't know if I can do it now. But it went with a rural community of farming, pigs, fields and woods. My contemporaries worked in the post office or the chemist's, but because my dad was senior at Dickinson's, I got a job packing brown envelopes. By the 1960s, Pauline was beginning to get fed up. I thought, I'm more intelligent than this. Anyone can put brown envelopes into a box. But if the swinging 60s had altered life in the King's Road, it hadn't changed much in King's Langley. My father brought the daily newspaper home with him every day. I took it to my
Sample complete. Ready to continue?